Okay, absolute value functions. So if you want to find the absolute value of x, that graph is going to look like a V. Okay, absolute value looks like a V. The reason why it looks like a V here is because remember that absolute value means that it's you make the things positive. So we're going to have no negative numbers down here. The absolute value of -1 is 1. So that's why -1 comma 1 is here. If I go to -4, the absolute value of -4 is 4. Okay. Now, the whole point of this lesson is to show you how the graph moves. So if I do +2 inside, my graph moves to the left 2. If I do x -2, it moves the graph to the left 2. Now that's inside the absolute value. Now if I do +2 outside, that moves the graph up 2. If I do -2 outside, I think you can tell it's going to move the graph -2. The V stayed the same. It just moved up, down, left, right. Now, if I go back to my parent function, again, absolute value, if I multiply it by 2, look what happens to the graph. It's a horizontal compression, okay? Now, if I multiply it by 1/2, it gets wider, okay? So that's a horizontal stretch. So stretches and compressions depending on what I multiply by. Now, if I make that a negative, it's a reflection. It flips the graph upside down, okay? And again, I can move it, if I want to move it up 1, I do +1. If I want to move it down 1, -1, okay? Now, if I want to do down 1 and then to the left 3, I would do +3, okay? So I recommend playing around with Desmos, kind of getting an idea of how graphs work, but you need to know how to graph these by hand. So your classwork today, I want you to graph these functions by hand. Make a table of values, plug in x, plug in 0 for x, 1 for x, 2 for x, 3 for x, make a table of values. Okay, this first one here, if I plug in 0 for x, 0 minus 2 is -2, but then I make it positive. So that's +2 minus 4, which is -2. So 0 comma -2 would be my first point. Okay, and then after you get a graph, check it on Desmos. Go ahead and check it on Desmos. But we should be be able to do this by hand. Make a table of values, plug them in, and get your V. My computer froze. I'm just waiting. You can stop the video now. Still waiting.